dance floor.
Welcome to Sensible Secondhand Classics, the series where we look at practical, nostalgic cars that are over 15 years old. You can buy for a budget of between £1,000 and £5,000. This is a 1994 Volkswagen Corrado 2.9 VR6. But is it any good? Should you care? Let's find out, shall we? So the Corrado eventually replaced the Mark II Scirocco, and it came out in this country in 1989. The engines available at the start were a pair of 1.8 units, one with 134 horsepower, normally aspirated, and then the 1.8 G60 was supercharged with 158 horsepower. In 1992, some new engines became available. There was a 2-litre 16-valve engine which replaced the 1.8 with the same power, 134 horsepower. And then there was the VR6 that came out with 187 horsepower, 2.9 litres capacity for our market, and the American ones were 2.8 litres and with a bit less power. In 1993, there was a new version introduced, an 8-valve unit, which is the same as engine as in the Mark III Golf GTI 8-valve, 113 horsepower. About the same time, the G60 was actually discontinued, which is a shame, but you know, the VR6 is maybe where it's at, isn't it? It's strange, I've never actually driven any car based on the Mark II Golf platform before. I've never driven a Mark II Golf or a Mark II Jetta. I'd love to drive a Mark II Jetta, but it just never happened. So the first one is this lovely Corrado. It's owned by Richard and Ryan from the NA Turbo YouTube channel, who kindly offered me a very nice collection of cars to drive today. So the rear spoiler isn't going up, so I'm not going fast enough. We'll have a play with that later on. Brakes feel good. Drivetrain's quite low. The gearbox in this car has actually been swapped for a manual out of a Golf VR6 Mark III. Obviously, this car being a later one does have a few Mark III components in it, such as the front cross member, which is the same as one of those. So I did make some running changes to these, although the shape of the car was generally quite similar all the way through. Quite easy to drive actually, this. Obviously the automatic ones would have been even easier when this car had the automatic gearbox in it. Power steering feels really quite nice actually, quite well weighted. I can actually see that this might be a comfortable cruiser as well. You could get the store model on the VR6 with a leather interior and some other options, and that would be very nice. Possibly a nice dark green Corrado with a beige leather interior would be the sort of thing I would like to own very, very much. I think these Corrados do look quite tasty actually. This one is not the best example. The paint is just all over the place really on this. We've got, you know, a wing that's been painted a different time for the bonnet. The bonnet's full of stone chips and the lacquer's peeling. We've got some nice sort of Oz racing wheels on this. Little Carmen badge down there because they're the people who actually built it. A lot of them have been modified, you know, far more extensively than this one has, although it is a manual and formerly it was an automatic. It probably makes it a bit better to drive, to be honest, and it does look like 145,000 miles this car as well, so you know, there we go. I think this does look good. We will put the spoiler up at some point because you can raise it manually if you want to look cool or some other reason. See, someone likes Ian Seabrook's channel as well. So not the best paint on this, but other than that, the car's pretty solid, really. So if you're going to buy one of these, you do need to check for rust because it's basically a Mark II Golf underneath, and they weren't known for being the most resistant cars to corrosion back in the day, but nothing really was it, in the late 80s, early 90s. So yes, VR6 engine. It's sort of a cross between a V6 and a straight 6. Difficult to explain really, but it has only got one cylinder head. Take a look inside. This isn't the Storm model, so we don't have a leather interior. The leather interior was optional on some of the others. The Storm was basically like an option pack for like everything together. So a mixture of kind of like some Passat bits, some Mark II Golf bits, some Mark III Golf bits, and just some unique bits as well. No airbags ever offered in the Corrado for some reason. Electric mirrors, electric windows, just cloth seats in this one. Yes, that is a gear lever off, I think, a Mark V Golf top of here, where it's been swapped over. It's got a Mark III Golf VR6 gearbox in it now. Very familiar in terms of various bits, like the wiper and indicator stalks. They're very, very sort of Mark III Golf, aren't they? As this panel in the middle. Very similar, well, to a Mark III Volkswagen Polo. This is not something I've seen before, though, this sort of thing. And I think we've actually got the MFA, which is the trip computer, on there as well. So, trip computer action. But one thing that is very Mark II Golf is all these little LED lights, the warning things at the bottom, which you know, started off on things like the Mark I Golf. I think had a similar system in it as well. Yeah, quite comfortable seats. Gear lever's a little bit on the loose side. But I think maybe the linkage is a bit worn. Glove box. Let's see if we get the secret mission documents in here, viewers, whilst we're here. Excellent. Also excellent here is the invoice from 1998 from Dover Court of Battersea on this car. So I have to cover this up actually, because the previous owner's name and address are on there, so I'm just being careful of that. But we've got a nice sort of Carmen Presseinformation thing here as well. Yes, all sorts of nice paperwork. Also a little dash shelf under there for whatever you want, maybe a gun holder for your Mauser if you are Tom Adams in the 1965 Eurospy spoof Bond film, Licensed to Kill. It might fit in there nicely. Yeah, we've also got a little thing on here which is something that Richard's father has put in. I will not repeat the words on there, you can see them for yourself. Has light switch for some reason on the top of there, which is nice and accessible. And then this sort of typical Corrado steering wheel, which is some reason is not leather, it's all plastic, which is interesting. And then we've got a nice ABS light on top of there as well. I don't know why we need such a prominent ABS light, but there we go. One thing I will do is see if I can get in the back, because Mr. Manning from the Matty's Cars YouTube channel dictates that I do. So I can participate in his annual award ceremony. Right, oh gosh, this is not going to be good. All viewers. Oh, ooh, ah. Oh dear. I can't even get my feet in here. I mean, we'll pull the seat back a bit, but that's just where it's going to stay, because I can't get my feet in here at all. Rubbish. Yeah, my head's right up against the roof. This is not good. It's not good at all. We've got sort of psyche headlining here. We've got electric sunroof. No air conditioning, but electric sunroof, which is good. Maybe on the Storm model you've got air conditioning. We've also got rather a large ashtray. Why do two people in the back of this car, and it won't be very big people in the back of here, need such a big ashtray? Answer in the comment section below. It's only a two-seater. Can I actually get this foot anywhere near the... Okay, I'll have to do that. Yeah, with my driving position, I can't get back in here at all. It's not good. Do we have an armrest, or does it just stay there? Ooh, that's for the first aid kit or something. Does the armrest even move, or does it just stay there? Oh, well, we've got this instead, so maybe we don't need an armrest. We don't need it, do we? Because we've got this. I should have checked before, shouldn't I, viewers? What a terrible video. Got seat belt high adjustment, that's good. If you just wanted to let everything open at all, there's no way of getting those open. So if it's very hot, you're at the mercy of whatever the driver's doing with the air conditioning. Sorry, not even air conditioning, with the heating and ventilation controls. You just boil. And also there's no room anyway. So yeah, let's get out of here, shall we? And have a look under the bonnet, or maybe even look at the back of a spoiler, and I might even raise that for fun. Certainly more fun than I'm having at the moment sitting in the back of here. Well, viewers, we've manually raised the spoiler, and that's what you get. I mean, if you can have it up at that all the time if you want to look cool, or you can put it down. It will go down, I think, about 20 miles an hour or something like that. It will go down automatically. The American one, for some reason, it raised at a lower speed than on the European one, which is odd, isn't it? I think we open the boot by pressing this button here. There we go. Ooh. You know what? That's actually quite practical. It's quite a big shape. Obviously, being based on a Mark II Golf means the boot will be a similar size. Spare wheel is under here. Let's lift this up. Yeah, there we go. We've got a spare wheel and some wheel nuts and things. It's probably one of the main things that would have attracted someone to a Corrado back in the day, is that you could fit quite a lot of stuff in there. I mean, it doesn't really matter about people in the back. I mean, it's just you and your passenger, isn't it? The most important thing. Otherwise, you just buy a Golf. Yeah, that is interesting. Let's raise that. So what we do that, turn the ignition on. We hold that button there and then push it down. There we go, we are down. Superb. Let's have a look under the bonnet then, shall we? So here is the 2.9 VR6 engine generating about 187 horsepower. For the North American markets, there was a 2.8 VR6 which generated a bit less than that. But yeah, one cylinder head, but kind of in a V as well. It's very complicated to explain really, but that's really how I'd describe it simply. Not the most amount of room to work on the engine for a small car. I imagine the 1.8 and 2 litre cars are a bit simpler than this, but you want the noise, don't you? Want the full experience, and of course the VR6 for a Corrado is the full experience, isn't it? Or maybe the G60 with a supercharger. Yeah. You can spot this coolant reservoir which was used in Volkswagen cars until I think 2018 was one of the last cars they would have used a reservoir in, but everything. Excellent. Right, I think we'd better go for another drive, viewers, because it's an exciting little car, this. This car does make a really, really good noise. It's absolutely superb. I'm really pleased actually that Richard and Ryan haven't changed the suspension in here. So many of these have been lowered and fiddled with, but this feels really good. It's got the right balance of sort of suppleness to the ride, but also it feels tight and good body control. Obviously they really knew what they were doing when they developed this car and the chassis. Not much body roll at all. Yeah, this is a really nice car to drive actually. I'm surprised. I didn't think it was going to be as good as this. Obviously this car's done 145,000 miles, so it is a bit worn in some respects, but it's really good. The gear change is a little bit long in the throw. I don't know how many miles were on this gearbox when it was put into the car, but it's just surprisingly nice driving experience, and I'm ever so delighted that I waited I don't know how many years to drive one of these, and I'm just not disappointed at all. I mean, the rear space is a bit rubbish to be honest, but apart from that, this is quite a good car. It's a shame that in 1995 they had to discontinue this because I think of the safety or emissions regulations, there are no airbags in these. Just go onto a faster road and see if we can see what it's like at high speed. And the answer is, well, absolutely fantastic. Makes a great noise. acceleration is very strong and punchy. I can see why people really like these. A car like this, which is not in the best cosmetic conditions, it's quite high mileage, it's worth about £3,000. You can buy obviously much more expensive examples from this, but yeah, this is brilliant. I'm so happy that I've had a chance to go have a go in one of these, because the spoiler just went up. Yes, viewers, we are privileged people today. So viewers, let's look at some Volkswagen Corrado facts. The spoiler, it raises at 62 miles an hour. I don't think I'm going to get up to that today, or haven't got up to that today. And it lowers at 15 miles an hour. The platform is the same as the Mark II Golf and Mark II Jetta. And actually the Scirocco that this was supposed to replace wasn't really replaced until 1992. I've never quite understood that, but somebody might say in the comment section below why they kept the Scirocco going for as long as they did. One with Scirocco, it's a nice car. It's just, you know, when you've got this, why do you need two cars in the lineup? But maybe somebody can enlighten me. Got to watch for rust on these, electronic problems, suspension, things like that. But overall, I quite enjoy this car. I've wanted to drive a Corrado for a long time. I've not been disappointed. Anyway, thank you to Ryan and Richard from NA Turbo for letting me have a go in this car. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below, and we shall see you again soon for some more reasonably priced nostalgic motoring.